Hi there, my name's Kathy Barker from Software Solutions, and you're watching one of my videos on visualizations in reports in Power BI. I would like to now show you the waterfall chart visualization. I'm going to ask first of all that we start by creating a new page. So I'm going to click the button New Page. I want to name this page Sales Change Analysis. Now, a waterfall chart, the purpose of a waterfall chart is generally to show, typically over the course of time, how something changes in terms of a running total, how something increases and decreases, and how those negative and positive changes have an impact on a total. So this sales change analysis page is going to do that. I'm going to add a text box that says sales analysis change. And I'm going to press Control A to select all, and I'm going to increase the font size to 18. Then I'll just readjust the boundaries, so I've got my title. Now I'd like my report to also look the same as the other pages in my report. So I'm just trying to move this over. I'm going to click a blank part of my report canvas. I'm going to format this report page, change the canvas background from white to white with 10% darker, make it 50% transparency, and so it looks like my other pages. Now in my visualizations pane, I want to add a waterfall chart, so I'll click that. I'm going to move it up and stretch it out so it looks a lot bigger. Now, excuse me for a moment. Now what I want to do is I want to have the year across the x-axis or the bottom axis of my waterfall. So I'm going to go into my dim date table, and I'm going to choose the last field, which is year, and make that my category, no, my breakdown. Make that my breakdown, no, my category. And my breakdown is actually going to be by employee. And when I go to the dim employees table, I've got first name and I've got last name, but I really want a full name column. So I'm going to right click dim employees, and I'm going to create a new column that joins the first name and the last name together to create a full name. So in my formula bar, formulas appeared, and I'm going to type full name as the name of the new column that I want in my dim employees query. And it's equal to square bracket, this is a list of all the fields or the columns that is in that table. It's equal to the first name, ampersand, which is above your 7, double quote space, double quote. So I want my first name and a space, and ampersand, square bracket, my last name. So this formula is basically saying, give me a new column in the query called dim employees that's to be called full name, and it's to grab the first name and add a space and the last name. And so when I press enter, alphabetically listed in this query is now a new column called full name. Now I want to break this waterfall down by employee, so I drag full name into the breakdown bucket. Okay, so the last thing I need is I've got year as my category, which is my bottom axis. I've got also employee. The year is then broken down by the employee's full name. And now I need to tell it what values I'm actually wanting to see. So I'm going to grab the calculated column we made in an earlier video, sitting in the query fact order details, called total sales. And total sales will be my y-axis. Okay, now I need to sort by year because 2019 is currently at the end of the waterfall chart and I need it to be at the beginning. So I'm going to go for the More Options button in the top right corner of the waterfall chart. I'm going to sort by not total sales but by year. And I'm going to also go back into the More Options and sort in ascending order so that 2019 ends up being the first year in my bottom axis. So here's the total sales for 2019, and if I rest on it, it says 175,000. The total sales for 2020 was 631,000, so it went up substantially. And then in 2021, it actually came down to 547,000. So that's my total sales, and it's broken down by employees. Margaret, Janet, Nancy, Andrew, and Robert. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. and everybody else is fallen under other because I know that we have 9 employees in this company. So it's given me the first so many it can fit, and then it's bundled everybody else in other. So let's rectify that. I'm going to go into format my visual, and I'm going to go to breakdown, and I need to increase the maximum number of breakdowns to 9. 6, 7, 8, 9, because I know I have 9 employees. And so now I'm seeing all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 employees. Now, this is showing me that Margaret actually had an increase in her sales from 46,000 to 127,000. So 172% increase. Also, Janet had a 483% increase, going from 16,000 to 96,000. All these increases ultimately led to a massive increase in sales in 2020 to 631. But the reason there was a decrease down to 547 in 2021 is some of these employees had an increase, Anne, Andrew, and Janet, but in fact, Laura, Robert, Nancy, Michael, Stephen, and Margaret being the largest drop, had a decrease. So the decrease, according to this legend, is in red, increases are in green, and the total is in blue. So the largest person who had a decrease was Margaret, who went from 127,000 sales in 2020 down to 76,000 in 2021, which was a 39% drop in sales. And all of these decreases led to this drop in our sales in 2021. So you can see how a waterfall chart is basically giving you increases and decreases and how that impacted on a total. Now, what else do I want to do here? I think what I want to do is also give it a title. So I'm going to go to General, I'm going to go to Title, and I'm going to edit the default title to say Total Sales by Category and Employee. And I'm also going to make it black so it stands out. And so there's my total sales by category and employee. And so that's a waterfall chart. So I'm going to save that. I hope you enjoyed that video. Please like the video. Please come back for the next video. I want to show you a scatter chart, but with the play option.